Howdy folks, monthly update for the month of May. We are sitting here now in early June. There's been a whole heap of club rugby played over the last kind of 12 months or so. Most of it's coming to a conclusion now. I've already had a Champions Cup winner crowned. We've got the URC playoffs. The Premiership final is just around the corner. The top 14 is coming to conclusion. The Japanese League is finished. Super Rugby starting its playoffs this weekend. And then we get ourselves into some international rugby. So certainly a good time to be a fan of rugby union. When is not a good time to be a rugby union fan, I suppose? Well, not if you're a Namibian guy who tackles a ref, but we'll get to that fella in a second. First, we'll go through some stats and thanks, then talk about that incident from Namibia. I'll tell you an incident that my dad was involved in, if he doesn't mind. I haven't asked him. Super Rugby playoff potential changes coming with the Rebels dropping out for next year. They need to readjust the way that the finals work. And also, try of the season maybe proves why you shouldn't let fans choose the top try of the season or kind of any moment like that. But stats and thanks. As I said, it's kind of been a big couple of months. For May, the rugby law changes, where World Rugby was looking to get rid of scrums from free kicks and whatnot, was certainly a hot button one. I feel like a lot of the rugby kind of diehards, which I would put myself in that box, were maybe not too appreciative of World Rugby's consistent tinkering. But yes, I guess we were not the target audience of the tinkering, so that kind of is what it is. Some people think it's going to be fine, but we'll kind of have to wait and see. I admit, like, sometimes they do get it right. I do think the 50-22, for example, has been a good addition, even though when they first introduced it, I was thinking, what are you doing? More bloody changes. But anyway, so yes, the Leinster-Toulouse Champions Cup final was a big one. Leinster's Northampton game was also a big one. Gloucester against the Sharks in the old Challenge Cup finals. There's been a bunch of finals on recently. And then Rob Penny, the Crusaders coach, having a bit of an outburst at a journalist off camera. Well, he was on camera but didn't know it. Was also kind of a bit of a draw. So certainly a fair bit going on. Now also I need to say a big thanks to the patrons who support the channel every month. If you want to join this glorious group of people, $1 a month I think, you can join up, support the channel, helps out, certainly helps keep the channel afloat. Big thanks to Angus and Jack and to all these people who are making contributions every month. It really, really means a lot and genuinely does keep 2 Cents Rugby in operations. Audience-wise, where are all you guys based? South Africa is the biggest portion of the audience, so thank you South African fans for coming along, followed by Ireland, UK, New Zealand and Australia. Even when I scroll down to the bottom of the list, I even found 72 views from China. Not quite sure how that works because YouTube is banned in China, but there you go. I've been to China. If you haven't seen my adventures in China, then check out that. The 2 Cents on Tour, that's my other channel. The next video I do on that channel, which is one I do in my spare time, is going to be me and Tony from Distracted Sports and the 2 Cents Gets Distracted podcast eating some Chinese snacks, so look out for that one in the not too distant future. In terms of the age and gender, the biggest group of you fellas, mostly fellas, 35 to 44, 92% chance you are a man watching this, but the channel used to be like 99% dudes, so it's slowly kind of getting a bit more of a mix, which is always a happy thing to see. News-wise, like I mentioned, the lifetime ban for this Namibian rugby player who tackled the ref is not really a good look. You can't be tackling the ref. I haven't seen much of the context of the game other than the kind of 20-second video clip which shows the ref giving a yellow card to one of the teams and one of the players taking exception and going kind of all Waterboy mode, showing a bit of rage and just plowing straight into the ref. Wasn't a great hit. The ref bounced back to his credit, got up pretty quickly and then red-carded the player, called off the game. So there's going to be a lifetime playing ban for that player. They haven't named the player just yet, but yeah, moment of rage gets you a lifetime ban is not a great look. And then a 3-year ban from all kind of rugby duties or activities like no coaching and all those kind of other potential connections you can have with your local rugby team. So yeah, not a great look. Not a great look for the game. You got to leave the ref alone. The ref is always right, even when they're wrong. They are still right. I mentioned my dad. He never, to my knowledge, tackled or assaulted a referee, but he did get sent off as a fan at a local club rugby game many years ago. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this, to put the story out there. But yes, the referee, when my dad was giving him some advice from the sideline in a loud manner, essentially told my dad to take a step back off the premises and quieten things down, basically. So yeah, my dad got sent away. I think he was still allowed to watch the game, but had to do it from a further distance. So yes, be nice to the refs. It's a pretty rubbish job, and especially those refs at that level, they're just doing it because they love the game as much as we do. Super Rugby, I mentioned the Melbourne Rebels going out of business. Well, that basically means we've got a 12-team tournament going down to 11 teams from next year. There's talk about other teams that could potentially join in, but I think 2025 is going to be too soon. So if we do go down to 11 teams, having the current 8-team playoff model would get even more ridiculous, because 8 out of 12 is already too many. But 8 out of 11 would mean only 3 teams miss the playoffs. So it looks like they are thinking about switching to 6 teams for the 2025 season, which is welcome news for me. I think 6 teams will work better. The problem with 6 teams is if you have 6 teams play each other, it doesn't kind of work down into an even set of numbers, right? If you get 1 play 6 and 2 play 5 and 3 play 4, then the next round you're left with 3 teams, and that doesn't really work. So the obvious solution to that is to give the top 2 qualifying teams a bye, give them a week off to rest and recuperate, and then while 3 plays 6 and 5 plays 4, when you get those results, the 1 and 2 teams can host the winners. So yeah, that's looking like it's going to be the solution to the 11-team problem in the immediate future. So we'll see. And then the Champions Cup have got their try of the season. Have you seen it? Anthony Gillon from Toulouse scores a tap and go from 5 meters out. Apparently the fans voted on this one. Try of the season. This is why you can't trust people. This is how you end up with Bodie McBoatface. Right? You can't trust the online communities to vote sensibly. Maybe it's try of the season. It's a well-worked tap and go, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there were better tries out there than that one. Maybe not, but yes, there you go. But yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. Anything you guys have been banned from? Did you ever get sent off the rugby field or give the referee a bit too much feedback that they had to stop the game? Tries of the season, Bodie McBoatface. You guys, there's their thoughts, and talk to you guys again soon. See you later.